To learning with Dr. Shivangi. Today's topic is classification of companies. As in the previous videos, we already started the playlist for the subject company law and also discuss various topics related to it, like different provisions of company law, amendments of company law, and so on. So in today's video we'll discuss about the classification of companies. You can also watch other videos, links are provided in the description box. So before I started the video, I want to say you that if you like my video, please like and share this video and don't forget to subscribe my channel, which is Learning with Dr. Shivangi. Now coming to the main topic, which is classification of companies. Companies can be classified on the different basis. First is classification of the companies on the basis of incorporation. Second is classification of companies on the basis of liability, and the last is other forms of company. So these are the various bases of classification of companies. Now these bases are further classified into different forms of company. Like first one is the classification of companies on the basis of incorporation. So there are two types of company under this. First is registered company, second is statutory company. So what is the concept of these types of company? We'll discuss here. So first one is registered company. The companies which are incorporated under the Companies Act 2012, 13 or under any previous company law with registrar of company fall under this category. So any company which is registered by the registrar of the companies is come under this category. Second is statutory company. These are constituted by a special act of parliament or state legislature. The provisions of the Companies Act 2013 do not apply to them. Examples of these types of companies are Reserve Bank of India, Life Insurance Corporation of India, etc. So these are the companies which are formed under the special act of parliament of state legislature. Now we are coming to the next basis of classification of companies, which is classification of companies on the basis of liability. Under this there are three types of companies. First is unlimited liability companies, second is company limited by guarantee, third is company limited by shares. So what are the concept of these types of company? First is unlimited liability companies. In this type of company, the members are liable for company's debt in proportion to their respective interest in the company, and their liability is unlimited. Such companies may or may not have share capital. They may be either a public company or a private company. So the company which doesn't have any liability come under this category. Second is company limited by guarantee. A company that has a liability of its members limited to such amount as the members may respectively undertake by the memorandum to contribute to the assets of the company in the event of its being wound up is known as company limited by guarantee. The members of the guarantee company are in effect placed in the position of guarantors of the company's debt up to the agreed amount. So in this type of company has a limitancy with the guarantee, and the members of the company are guarantor of the company's debt up to the agreed amount and up to the agreed time period. The next one is the companies limited by shares. A company that has the liability of its member limited by memorandum of the amount, if any, unpaid on the shares respectively held by them is termed as a company limited by shares. For example, a shareholder who has paid rupees 75 on the share of face value rupees 100 can be called upon to pay the balance of rupees 25 only. Companies limited by shares are by far the most common and may be either public or private. When the company is limited by shares respectively is known as company limited by shares. In this type of company, members has a limited liability with respect to shares of the company. And the last type of company is forms of company, which includes government company, foreign company, holding company, associate or joint venture company, investment company, producer company, and dormant company. So these are the third type of classification of companies. I will discuss these types of companies in the upcoming videos. So this is all about the basis of classification of companies. I again summarize all the points so that you can easily understand about the topic. So firstly, companies classify on the following basis. First is classification of companies on the basis of incorporation. Second is classification of companies on the basis of liability and the other forms of company. On the basis of incorporation, companies has been two types: registered company, statutory company. Registered company is a company who is registered under Companies Amendment Act 2013, whereas statutory company is made with the special act of parliament. The second classification is company classification on the basis of liability, under which there are three types of companies, which is unlimited liability company, company limited by guarantee. Third is company limited by shares. In unlimited liability, there is no liability of the members of the company. In the case of limited by guarantee company, members of the company has the liability about the guarantee, and they are the guarantors of the company's debt. And the last is company limited by shares, in which the member of company has the liability in respect of the shares of the company. And the last classification is forms of company, which includes government company, foreign company, holding company, associate company, investment company, producer company, and dormant company. So this is all about the classification of companies. If you have any query about this topic, or if you want to know about any other topic related to research methodology, business management, companies law, you can ask me through comment box. If you like my video, please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, which is Learning with Dr. Shivangi. We'll meet in the next video with new topic. Thank you everyone.